Hi everyone, it's Louise here from Game Room 1. We're heading towards the end of 2020, which means we're heading towards the end of another console generation. This means there's tons of cheap second-hand games up for grabs on the PS4. In today's video, I'm going to be going through some of the best PS4 games that you can pick up for under £10. It's pretty amazing how good some of these games are and how dirt cheap they are. So I hope that this video will help inspire your next game purchase. First up, we've got Uncharted 4, A Thieves End. With everything that's going on in the world at the moment, it's quite nice to escape to some of the beautiful settings in this game. It's got amazing graphics, really funny and interesting characters that you really connect with, and an amazing soundtrack.
And on the bright side, there's no one around to tell me I'm an idiot.
Without giving anything away, it's a really satisfying end to the series, and this game really shows off the capabilities of the PS4. There are some really amazing graphics in this game, and I often found myself just standing and staring at the beautiful environments around me. If you like a bit of combat, be it guns blazing or a bit of stealth, and you also enjoy interesting puzzles, I'd really recommend playing this game. You can pick it up for £6 in CEX at the moment, and it's arguably one of the best games they ever made on the PS4.
I think that's it.
Next up, we have the Arkham Knight, which is an absolute blast, and you can pick it up for only £8 in CEX. The game is set in the dark and occasionally stormy Gotham City, and it has a fairly large open world map to explore. The city's been evacuated, so most of the people you come across in this game are criminals, which means there's plenty of combat opportunities. In addition to the super fluid counter and strike style fighting, there's some stealth and investigative work to carry out. There's also lots of collectibles, side missions and puzzles to complete. But the one thing I really love about this game is the Batmobile. It's the car that does it all. You can race around the city, there's some awesome cinematic scenes, you can shoot enemies, blow up battle tanks and drive up walls. It's a lot of fun to play, and I would definitely recommend playing this game on the PS4 if you haven't tried it yet. The next game up that costs less than £10 is the first of the Doom reboot games. Doom is one of those games that I can instantly get lost in. Every time I load it up, I'm instantly hooked. I only meant to play this game for 20 minutes to get some clips for this video, but I ended up playing it for 2 hours. Such a fast-paced game, and when combined with its heavy metal soundtrack, it's sure to get your heart racing. The game follows the mantra of move, shoot, kill, repeat. And this never gets boring, especially when you're carrying out super gory glory kills. Try saying that 10 times. You can tear hordes of demonic creatures apart with your bare hands, and you can also use an array of guns and even a chainsaw. Doom is instant fun, and I would definitely recommend playing this game. You can currently pick it up for £7 in CEX. Next up, we have Horizon Zero Dawn. Horizon Zero Dawn is up there in my favourite games of this generation. It's got a really interesting, engaging and intriguing story. You play as Aloy, who's a young girl that's been outcast from her tribe. She dedicates her youth to training for a competition, which ultimately means that she might be able to rejoin her tribe again and be accepted. I can't stress enough how unique this game is. It's like a mashup between the Game of Thrones Vikings, and it's got some sci-fi thrown in there. You can battle these amazing animalistic machines. As the game progresses, you uncover the advanced technology. You can craft items and explore a huge map, which includes snowy mountains and even the desert. You can pick this game up for only £7 on Music Magpie. I'd just like to stress though that this is for the original game. It doesn't include the add-on pack, but I'd really recommend playing it. Next up, we have infamous Second Son. This was one of the very first games I played on the PS4 as it came with the console. I really enjoyed playing this game, and the graphics really blew my mind at the time. In this game you play as Delsin, who's a 20-something-year-old tagger who has no purpose in life until he starts unlocking powers. These powers include smoke, neon and so many more, which can be used for good or evil. Either way, the local law enforcement view you as bioterrorists and either want to lock you up or kill you. I really enjoyed the story. I love that you can use the PlayStation remote like a spray can, and I particularly liked how the neon powers looked on the screen. There's tons of side missions and challenges, and you can pick this game up for only £6 in CEX. Next up we have Just Cause 3, an open world action adventure game. In Just Cause 3, I love that you can play as Rico and fly around the map in a new wingsuit. It's such a chaotic game with guns, grenades, rocket launchers, grapple hooks, parachutes and lots of vehicles to choose from. There's definitely a lot to keep you occupied. I've lost count of the number of times I've been flying around in a helicopter, got distracted by something red and just had to blow it up. There's tons of side missions and challenges around the island, which in itself is quite varied. You've got snowy mountain tops, beaches and cities. For only £5 in CEX, it's a game that will definitely capture your imagination and will encourage you to be creatively destructive. Next up, we got the Wipeout Omega collection. With the Wipeout Omega collection, you get access to 3 anti-gravity combat racing games. Now, I grew up playing the original Wipeout game, and it's safe to say that the graphics have come a long way since then. This game has got really glossy graphics, an amazing soundtrack, and really responsive controls. It's so much fun racing others, especially when you manage to knock them off the track. I also really enjoy playing the zone levels. This game is brilliant. I'd recommend playing it, and you can pick it up for £8 in CEX. Another game that you can pick up for under £10 on the PS4 is Assassin's Creed Black Flag. The main story is set in 18th century Caribbean and follows the story of a notorious pirate. Whilst I appreciate that this isn't the best game visually when compared to the more modern games, it's still my favourite because of the setting, the ability to battle other boats, and also the ability to send other boats off to fight on your behalf. I really enjoyed the side challenges like chasing sea shanties around in a set time limit. I'd often find myself singing along to some of the boat songs too. This game's got a brilliant variety of stealth, combat and parkour, and you can pick it up for only £7.84 on Music Magpie. In contrast to the last game, the next game, Mad Max, is set in a derelict wasteland and you play as the reluctant hero Max. The map is vast and full of camps to conquer, totems to knock over, scrap to collect and other cars to race. Both your car and Max are upgradable. You can turn your car into an absolute beast and it's so much fun racing others and ramming them off the road. The bare knuckle fights are equally as responsive and exciting, especially when you unleash Max's Fury mode. You've even got storms that randomly generate, and whilst this adds to the danger, they also give you lots of scrap which helps towards your upgrades. I'd recommend giving this adrenaline fueled game a go, and you can pick it up for only £7.99 in CEX. The last game in this video is Tomb Raider Definitive Edition. This is the best of the Tomb Raider reboot games in my opinion. The story is both thrilling and easy to follow. You start the game as Lara, who is an inexperienced and innocent young woman who's been shipwrecked on a mysterious island. And as the game progresses, she becomes a focused, fully fledged killer who will do absolutely anything to survive and anything to save her friends. The graphics are beautiful, there's plenty of exploration to be had, puzzles to solve and enemies to fight. At only £7.48 from Music Magpie, this is one of the best adventure games that you can play on the PS4. So that brings us to the end of this video. If you've enjoyed it, I'd appreciate a thumbs up, and if you have any questions, please leave a comment below. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back soon with another video.